Saddle again, about to get loose. Feeling the up, got plenty of juice. To let you know who run the show, that's me, Smooth, even though you know. And if you don't, here's my introduction. Weak rappers to be flooding, give you nothing but a butt whipping. And when I'm doing this, I have a girl for a taste this, using her up. Now she my bitch, cold game nigga. But it figures. Share your pieces, believe if ever that's the way it is when I'm rapping. When I'm living, when I'm feeling. That's in my mind with me all the time. When I want to use it, feel like sunshine, beaming from the sky. Jabs ask why I do have this gift that makes me feel fly. I'm a nigga with a healthy ass. Now, why would I say I'm a nigga with a healthy ass? And that goes back to a couple days ago when after my performance, I did my little performance that I do on Tuesday nights over at this spot in LBC that I ran up on years ago. And after my performance, I was going to go take a go outside for a quick second, get some fresh air, you know, and and these three these three these, these three guests, these three people, they said something to me, in a very damn, in a very program way, I mean, it seems like everybody talked to me in a program way. That's just is this program. I can just tell is this program. You know, and that program, how they are and how you are taught in school or taught at home or taught wherever, how to greet a person. Cause we greet people differently. But we don't we. And but when you greet somebody with your own spirit, I can tell the difference between that and someone has an alternative motive just to come at you. I can feel that, I can see that, I can feel it, and so when they do that, first thing I don't do is I don't react. Why would I react to something that's staged and phony? I'm not gonna react to that. Not right away, at least. Why would I react right away? Why would I react to something that's staged? And I know it's staged. It ain't coming from you. It ain't coming from your spirit. I gotta get to your spirit before I can answer any questions that's outside of your spirit. Because if you're not coming at me, when you come at me with somebody else's spirit, I don't care who you are or what you're about. When you come at somebody else's spirit and you come at me with a question, I can't answer your question unless I know who you are. Find out who you are first. I gotta find out who you are first before I can answer any question. You know what I'm saying? Because like even the police when they come get you or when they arrest you or before they arrest you, they say you have the right to remain silent. Because whatever you say can be used against you in a court of law. Anything you say can be used against you. So anything you now he's telling you pretty much just don't say nothing to me. Don't even say hi to me. Because anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. It will be. Anything you say can be used against you. So you can say hi. He'll get you for being high, smoking dope, or for whatever. Because like he said, anything you say can be used against you in the court. But what I meant was, how you doing, sir? But no, I'm using something against you in the court of law. So because of who you are, the court of law is going to believe me over you because of something that happened in the past that was lawful. See how the game's played? See, in this real life, you have to understand. When I wrote those rhymes that I be spitting, I wrote those rhymes when I was 18 years old. It was around January, February of 1989. when I found out is when I found out that my ex-wife was pregnant with my daughter, or my first daughter. So it might have to be around March or April, because yeah, somewhere around there. I started writing these rhymes, because I was working graveyard shift at this store called it's called Quick Corner in Garden Grove, and I was writing these rhymes, and I was like, it's coming to me, a lot of stuff that I experienced, a lot of stuff that I got from from how I was raised up in church at home. Just I'll put stuff together in my head and try to make a rhyme so people can people can hear it. And I performed it one time at this club called Carnivals. Carnivals, I think it was called. Yeah, it was a club where they had a big closed down for a big fight happened. Big old fight happened, and when all these undercover cops pulled out guns, everybody had a gun except me. So there was a big fight, and they shot this dude, and I watched that dude just die slow. Never forget it. That's why I had to hurry up and get things straight in life, because if somebody can die like that, just and then be covered, and then cover it up the next day and say something else. I said, oh hell no. That went back to the autobiography of Malcolm X. The way that book was written, the way that book was spoken, it was, and that's why the black community had it so much. And I'm starting to realize why they have books out there that all black people read, especially old school black men, like the book Pimp, Autobiography of Malcolm. But those are the main two books that black people really know. You automatically read if you from the hood. You came up with those two books. Those two books are the main two books that black men pretty much live by. The books, those two main books. That and the Bible, but the Bible is a whole new, it's a different caliber. That's a whole different type of, that's just dealing with the spirit of the Most High. There's other things dealing with, it's dealing with that also, but more on street knowledge. Malcolm X and autobiography of Malcolm X, and the pimp book by Iceberg Slim. He's writing that book to well, he said he wrote the book to show what this life's all about, and don't go into it. But the way the book was written, because you have to understand, when you write a book, it has to go through publishers, it has to go through, and mostly people are owned by America, government. You know what I'm saying? So when you get that book, they already know what's going to be in it. It might take 2-3 years before it gets in the street. So they already know what's out there, what's out there before. That's why they like for kids to go to school and turn papers in and write stuff and write things about this and write things about that. I did book reports about Malcolm X in 1980. I was writing book reports. Malcolm X, that was my name. I was born the same day. So I was writing books. But I was every paper I wrote. Martin Luther King. I don't remember ever doing a Martin Luther King book report. I always did mine with Malcolm X. I never did mine with mine was with Malcolm X. My first one was I think O.J. Simpson. Because I had a father. When you have a father, you try to go for that type of what what you see, what you are comfortable, and that's what I was more comfortable of discussing. Was I with white kids. We were white kids. They would have people like, anybody, John Wayne. I don't know what's this. I'm like, man, you must be. So and I was going to church around it, so it was like Soul Train. It was like we had soul, we had meta soul in Orange County. People thinking it's all just white. To me, it was more black than out here in L.A. or even New York. Because everybody has a whole certain their own little style. So everyone's pretty much separate. You're separate in these places, New York, L.A., whatever, because but Orange County, we were together. I don't care what kind of side of this wall. It didn't matter what side of a person you are. If you were black, you were pretty much together. We had. I mean, I was more of an outsider than anybody. Okay, I probably was more probably one of the most outsider because my mom was she looked like she was white or whatever because she was Creole. I said my mom was more black than any of you niggas ever would be. But no, I guess I just kept a lot of that stuff in. I never really discussed my mom with none of them. I just my mother was the kind of person who she didn't really talk much about herself, unless we pushed her, unless we made her. She didn't feel comfortable. Dad, he loved talking about himself. We used to tell us stories. We used to love the stories. That's what they did. That's what we do. He like back east, East Coast. That's what they do. It's cold back there, freezing. You gotta be able to tell stories and stuff. You gotta be able to have a personality. You gotta be able. You are in freezing cold. Okay. You are in freezing cold. You gotta know how to do all kind of stuff living back there. You have to. You brought up knowing something. You gotta know something. I don't care what it is. You gonna know something. You know. Out here in California, you ain't gotta know nothing. All you gotta do is breathe, enjoy the weather. You be a bum on the street. You eat every day. You eat better than people who probably live in mansions. You know. But that's just. I'm not saying you should live like that. I'm not saying you should. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying nothing. Okay. All I'm saying is what I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Okay. What I'm thinking. Because it's very important that people know what people are thinking sometimes. I know sometimes people try to, they're going to use it against you. Hey, listen. Don't worry about all that words. Stop worrying. Y'all some fearful people. You're so fearful. It's bad enough you got computers that you gotta be fearful about. Okay? This if you're fearful of each other, because people might be doing some crazy stuff. But a lot of times people do crazy stuff because they're being led to people like you, being fearful. If y'all would stop acting, you would bring a person to want to do stuff. You know, you can't even. People say hi to you. People will say hi to me or act nice to me, then I act nice to them back, and they get nervous. I said, damn, what? Did you just forget you were nice to me or something? You were nice to me, and now you're nervous, so I say nice to you back the same way? What you expect me to do? It's like they set you up just to have something on you to try to make you feel uncomfortable. Don't do that. So when you do stuff like that, I'm telling you, all it's gonna do is make people want to go out there and do the stuff you be seeing. It does. And people get paid to do stuff like that. They get paid on their jobs to give out propagandas and stuff like that. They get paid for it. People are sent as actors and all kind of weird stuff. I don't want people to know that that's wrong. You're doing. It's wrong. What you're doing is wrong, and it's very evil. Cause it's not for the good. It's not really for the good. So understand, the people are just out there just doing all this stuff, and you just never know, never know, never know. That's bad enough that you never really would know. Sometimes you should. Sometimes you feel like you shouldn't even. You don't even want to know. Forget it. I don't want to know. But these people gotta know though. They got to know. I gotta tell them. They gotta tell them because they don't know. They never know. All they doing is walking around in circles. Got you spinning in circles. So after my performance, it was like, let me see your dick. I'm looking at him like, okay, that's interesting. Then my first reaction should have been, just great. Is all three of them must have weighed about 150 pounds, all three together. I mean, they were some skinny ass trainees, right? I'm like, well, how do you? I mean, I could have went into the question and stuff like that, but my curiosity level is not even being. Like, you see enough like that on the internet, on TV, on Jenny, Jerry Springer, and stuff like that. You already been through all that, so there's no point in me going in that direction and trying to turn gay as them. 'Cause that's what they call gay. Gay is basically means you're happy. That's what gay means. You're happy. But why are you happy? Why are you gay? Why are you so happy gay? You're happy gay. Why are you happy gay? What is happy gay? Just being happy. You know. But why is gay happy though? No one ever explained to people why is gay their definition to show happiness, to be happy. The reason why it's like that, the reason why. First of all, let's go back to these three asking me to see my dick. Can I see your dick? I'm thinking like, okay, why would you ask me that? Like, I can go either way. It could be because I'm here performing in a club and I'm still being a man and still talking shit to them. I mean, and that maybe maybe somebody explaining to them what I said, maybe they didn't understand what I was saying, and they figured it out after 3 years and say, okay, now I want to. But why would they say, let me see your dick? Because they know I'm a man. I know they don't think that. So that was the question. That was the question for me. So only thing I could do, I could ask them. But then if you ask them, they're gonna have to give an answer. Because if they don't give an answer, that's just that's an insult. It's an insult because they did ask the question like it was a question. It wasn't like they asked, they wouldn't didn't said it like in a condescending way of they didn't say it like a condescending way. They just asked me straight up, let me see your dick. So that was my and maybe I should have laughed and smiled, but no, I didn't do that. I was looking at them with a concerned look. I was concerned. My first thought was, okay, these people you asking me a question, looking for an answer. So I'm gonna give them a question with an answer. In other words, you give me something first, and I give you something first. You ask me a question, let me ask you a question first, then I give you my question after you ask my question. Because like I said, I gotta go to your spirit first. I can't answer a question that's not coming from your spirit. You're asking me this question for somebody else. Because you're in a position where you gotta risk your life. You gotta risk your life. All you got is two people that look just like you who weigh about 85 pounds each. So there ain't no bodyguards. So all three are risking your lives for somebody else's spirit. So I'm not about to answer no question coming from somebody else's spirit who I know nothing about. I know nothing about, okay? But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to your spirit to find out who you are, to find out what you about. Because if I get you, then I got one, or three, or two, or whatever, But like most people, they run away. That's what they do. They run away because they get a chance to make boss happy, and then if it don't work, they just run away. For some, that's what they always do. So that's what they always done. They've always run away. So that is what it is. But before they ran away, the reason why they ran away was because I said, you asked me to see my dick. First of all, have you ever had a prostate exam? Have you ever had anything go all the way up your rectum to your prostate? And that's when they walked away. It's cocaine. Say what?
Hello?
Yeah.
You be seeming so angry.
It's not about being angry. It's not about being angry. It's not
What's it
about.
about?
It's about knowing who you are. It's about knowing who you are and knowing your spirit and
Okay, so
expressing your spirit.
why you have to be so like hostile?
What is hostile? That's a word.
The
That's a
way you
word that
be,
was.
like, bitch, you ain't shit. Like out of nowhere, not even do nothing. Like what if somebody treated your daughter how you treat me?
My daughter wouldn't act like you.
I
First
didn't
of
do
all,
nothing to you though.
my none of
When I
my
was in the
daughters,
car,
none of my sisters act like you women. So it's not. I ain't gotta worry about that.
what do we do?
Y'all was raised wrong.
Okay, so like if I come over there, how you gonna be?
I'm gonna be like how you are. Whatever you are is how I'm gonna be.
Like if you was me, would you come over there?
Huh?
If you was me, would you go over there?
If y'all was you, would I go over there?
Would you go to your house?
If I were you, I would have killed myself by now.
Okay, have a good night.
That's cocaine. I don't want y'all to think I meant that literally, you know. Just hypothetically speaking. People people just don't know. These youngsters, and that's why I try to teach these youngsters, you know, show them something. Because I was like, okay, to get all this knowledge from the street for you know for whatever reason, you know, they made these people who because they want to fill the prisons up, so they make a person. They make a person people who sold crack and been to prison and got records and make them famous. So those people have to do exactly what they say to get more prisoners. You know, that's all it is. It had nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with making a person feel like they're part of something or they are somebody. They want to make them keep them inferior. You know. That's why most of the people that you see, you know, that you that they have to represent black people. They give them a whole bunch of money and fame. And they got people who ain't even black Americans. Don't even like black Americans. They might act like black Americans, but they got their own culture. They got their own identity. You know, look at you get all these rapper girls making Nicki Minaj, um, who's half Trinidadian and half something else. Cardi B half Trinidadian and half something Dominican, I think. You got Farrakhan half Jamaican. You know, these people got their own culture, and these are the highest people that's representing black folks. You know, you got people like Jay-Z, ain't he half Jamaican or something also? Or something. These people don't even like niggas. I was married to my Trinidadian ex-wife, who's full-blooded Trinidadian. Those people don't like us. They don't. I mean, not that they don't love us or they don't. They're not black, whatever. They just don't like the fact that they don't take advantage of they look at America as advantage. Like, hey, your parents were slaves and all that stuff, but still though you're why can you take advantage of it like we're taking advantage of it? So you're stupid, and that's how they look at Black Americans. And other cultures don't have that in their culture. They have a system that's unity. They still have fighting over there. Since America jumped in, that's what America does. We separate and we conquer. That's how they were formed. That's how we're informed that way, but because the true Americans was our black people. We've been here. They didn't go get a whole bunch of Africans from Africa. We was already here. Black anywhere white folks is black folks was there first. Okay, so we they're given the power for whatever reason. I wasn't here, so I ain't gonna speculate on how it became. Read some book that somebody gave me and seeing this is how it is. If I didn't see it, I'm just gonna take your word for it. But I'm gonna think a certain way. Cause I'd be damned if I let anybody tell me just anything like they still doing and trying to do or want to do. It's cocaine.